Hey, good morning, my friends. You didn't think I was going to ignore you this week, did you? My name is Mike Avery, and I'm here for another edition of Behind the Mic. Even though I'm not in the studio and technically behind a microphone, I'm here in front of the microphone on my laptop in the town of Newberry while I'm up here bear hunting with Johnny Bowler, the Bear Whisperer. So far, no luck at all. In 3 days of hunting, I haven't seen a bear. And this is in spite of the fact that the bait that I'm on has been getting hit every day, multiple times a day before I got up here. What has changed? Well, the weather has changed. Good morning, folks. I'm not going to be able to, I can bring them up here a little bit. Good morning. Good morning. I'm a little bit hesitant and reluctant to mess with my setup too much because I've got my laptop balanced precariously on the steering wheel of my truck. And I think if I do too much here, I'm going to knock the whole thing off. So I'm probably not going to bring up your comments. Hey, Johnny, somehow there's the man himself right there, Johnny Bowler, the guy I'm hunting with. Skeeter, how are you, man? Skeeter, I want that Brenton 350. It's so bad. I want that thing to bark this evening. So bad. I want to take a Michigan bear so bad, and I want to do it with that Brenton. Hey, Uncle Johnny, how are you, buddy? It was nice to see you and your bride and spend some time together last weekend. Thanks for everything you did for us over the weekend. Jason checking in from the Ira Township Fire Department. Hello, Randy. Yes. I tell you, ML, that's one of the things I like about living in the North Country is we do not have hurricanes. Good morning, John. Good morning, Joel. Good morning, Edgar. Oh, what is this comment right here? They got to be getting hungry, although the bait that we're feeding them isn't the only thing they're eating, right? There's natural food out there. But it's got to be, hey, Ross, how are you, buddy? Congrats on your bear. Ross Elliott was up here hunting with Johnny Bowler. Scott Gatza, good friend of mine, shot a beautiful 350-pound sow. That's a big sow. Yesterday morning, he snuck out there in the morning and got her just after daylight. Now, you might say, well, Avery, if you would have been out there yesterday morning, you would have got your bear too. Well, no, because my bait didn't get hit. My buddy Tony Sovey, who is probably watching this right now, is out in a blind right now. He said his bait got hit overnight. So we'll wait and see what happens. It's bear hunting. Yeah, Ross, the weather does look better. It's 43 degrees here right now. And I will tell you, after sitting in a blind yesterday for 6 hours, it was a little chilly. I think I'm underdressed. I think I didn't bring enough warm clothes with me. When I left to head north last Friday, I was wearing a t-shirt and shorts. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Tony's right there. He's on. It's a beautiful morning to be in the bear blind. It'd be even more beautiful if he had a big bear in front of him. It'll happen. It'll happen. Anyway, I'm up here bear hunting. I'm actually in the town of Newberry right now. I'm in the parking lot of the Newberry golf course. I tried to find, the cold did kill the mosquitoes. Yes, that's one good thing. I'm in the parking lot of the Newberry golf course because I wanted to find some place with shade so the sun didn't blast me out. I should have brought my clubs, right? Should have played some golf while I'm up here. I'm hunting. Johnny is based in Seney, and I'm actually hunting more down towards Gould City. So I've got a pretty good drive. Did you make Johnny buy you a thermocell? He offered to find me one, John. But we only had mosquitoes one night, and then it got so cold, I don't think a mosquito can survive in this. Johnny says, Ed, don't bring that up. What? The fact, Johnny told me three things. He said, the bear's hitting your bait every day, which I know is true because I saw pictures. He said, there are no mosquitoes. And he said, your bait is 70 yards. Well, anyway, it's hunting is hunting. I talked to another guy who's hunting probably about 4 miles from me on the drive out. I talked to him the other night. He said the same thing, maybe 3 miles, that his baits were getting hit every day. And then the weather changed and he hasn't seen a bear since. So you can't fight the weather. You can't fight Mother Nature. If I was to sit on that bait long enough, I'm sure that I would get a shot at a big bear, but I've only got today. Tony's got a few more days. Tony, I wonder, oh, you're Gould City. Okay. Johnny says, so I stretched the truth a little bit. Tony, I wonder, should you move to a different bait? Are you content to sit where you are? Charles says, let's hope the bear gods shine on us this evening. Chilly weather should get them up moving. You were right on 1 out of 3. I'll take 1 out of 3, Johnny? Big league ball player take 33. So we'll see. I will be honest. I really want to shoot a Michigan bear. This is my 3rd Michigan bear hunting trip, and I have 1 more day to do it. If I don't do it today, it's going to be a couple of years before I can try again. I hunted the first time with Gary Morgan, hunting with a crossbow, and I passed up a bear 45 minutes into the opening day. My next Michigan bear hunt was with Johnny with a recurve. We were sitting on top of the bait. Did have a bear come in, couldn't get a shot at him. So my 3rd attempt at taking a Michigan bear is this trip, and I'm hunting with my Brenton 350 Legend, my Brenton USA 350 Legend. I really, really want to take a Michigan bear, and I really want to take it with that Brenton. But it's hunting. Critters do what they want to do. So all you can do is make the most of it. So again, congrats to Ross Elliott. He shot a bear up here. Congrats to Scott Gatza. He shot a beautiful bear up here. I will not be doing a Wednesday Night Live tonight because I'll be in the blind. Ed says, what are you drinking tonight for Wednesday Night Live? I won't be. I'll be out in the woods. I don't believe the white bear stuff. You know what, John? You're right. I don't believe. You like this? This is my, I'll get rid of this. This is my Rapid River hoodie. And this is my favorite hoodie. I mean, it's made out of like a nylonish material. It doesn't shrink, wears very well. In fact, I'm wearing this one out. I need another one. But yeah, I like this. So no, I will not be. Tony's thinking about staying through the weekend. Johnny says, hopefully you'll come back, but hopefully I can't come back, Johnny. That's the whole thing. My season runs. John says hounds should be involved with your next hunt. I support hound hunting completely, but I don't have any desire to hunt over hounds. That doesn't mean I don't support it. I support the hound hunters. I respect them, and I protect and support their right to hunt. It's just not something that I want to do. Tony said, if I had a bait with a bear on camera during shooting hours, I'd move, hoping to shoot the first Michigan bear as well. Absolutely. Ed says, stop in Newberry to get some good coffee. I'm in Newberry, and this is, it's not a Yeti. It's a Zach filled with good Newberry coffee. Jason checking in from the Ford Dearborn Truck Plant. Good morning, Jason. How are you? I will tell you one. Should I do this or not? There is a certain restaurant between Newberry and Seney that I had breakfast at my first morning up here because the hotel didn't have any power. I would stay away from that one. Ross and Tony had good luck there. It wouldn't be my first choice. John says, oh, that's right. 4 days till deer season. Yeah, well. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that's my attitude. 4 days till deer season. Go out and have fun, guys. Right, exactly. Hang in there. Shot yours the last day. the last hour, and it was high winds and rain. You can't, thank you, Phil. You can't kill a bear unless you're out there. Possibly, Curtis. Tony says, you're right. It's hunting more about. Oh, by the way, thank you, Tony, for bringing that up. I have always said that I don't like bear meat other than bear burger and bear brats. I said I don't want a bear roast and I don't want a bear steak. Tony says, you got to try my bear roast. And he kept telling me that and telling me that. And finally, yesterday, as we were looking at Scott Gatz's bear, Tony hands me this big plastic Ziploc container full of bear roast and potatoes and carrots. And was it a stew, Tony? Would you call it a stew? Oh my gosh, was it good? If every bear I ate tasted like the bear that Tony Sovey cooked, I would like bear. Am I the last true family man? What do you mean by that, Ryan? Mike, you are the last. I don't know what you mean by that. I appreciate it. That means a lot to me for you to say that, but I'm not sure. Okay. Ed says it only takes a few seconds. That's right. You can sit in the woods for a week straight, not see anything, and in 10 seconds, the hunt can become a big success. Ross said that roast was amazing. Mick, good luck to you and your 13-year-old daughter. I would love to see her shoot that big boy. You say he's been coming in, but just after dark. Maybe he'll screw up tonight. Maybe he will screw up tonight. He twisted my arms. I told him no many times, Johnny. I told him no many times. Yep, no Wednesday Night Live tonight. Well, you know what? If I shot a bear there's no way I'd do a Wednesday Night Live tonight. Let me check this and see if I'm going to scald all the skin off my mouth yet. It's still a little warm. Let me ask you this, my friends. I'm up in Newberry in the UP, and Davina is in downtown Detroit in the Coleman Young building. Two different worlds there, Davina. Same state, two different worlds. Let me ask you this. And Johnny Bowler, you're not listening right now. Do you think that if I quit smoking cigars in the blind, I would have more luck on this bear hunt? Yes or no? Good point, Nick. Seems like all wild game is nasty if it's cooked wrong. And if it's cooked right, like Tony cooked that bear, it's excellent. So yes or no? Davina said she'd rather be somewhere else. Ed says, yes, I'd have better luck if I didn't smoke cigars in the blind. Is my season long enough I can go back? Yes. The season is long enough, but I can't go back. I have a very busy next few weeks, and I can't get away again. Today, it's all or nothing today. It either happens today. Here's the thing. I either get my Michigan bear today or I wait for 2 more years. I've been waiting a long time for a Michigan bear. Long time. But Joe, what if hunting was your work? Hey, Joe, we had a visitor yesterday. We had a visit from a certain man from Iowa yesterday, Joe. I didn't get a chance to talk to him because I'm here in the UP bear hunting, but I understand that it went very well. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, Joe. Ross says, I know there is no way you're smoking cigars in the blind. You don't know, Ross. You've never sat in a blind with me. You don't know. I could be. I never have them far away. I could be. What's the text? Oh. Scott Hand says, yes. Hopefully Nick Grill. I don't see Nick on there. Thanks to me for the box of goodies. Yeah, why stop now? Hey, Joe. why stop now? Oh, no, it's all about the wind, which I'm sure you play. True. So if the wind's in my face, I can smoke a cigar in the blind while bear hunting, and I'll still kill a bear. In my opinion, I don't see how smoking cigars would help you. I know bears have a pheromonal sense of smell. John, you're getting way, way too technical. Craig, you're my kind of guy. Of course, my chances would increase. The leaves are turning, but they're not. There's not the color that I expected up here. Mike, does Johnny have any bait up around Adams Trail? Johnny will know the area. I don't know, Brent. Ross says, I will guarantee you're not. Ross, you don't know. You don't know. Hey, let me tell you who's on the Outdoor Magazine radio show this week. First, Scott Safransky of Linwood Beach Marina talks about winterizing your boat. Then, speaking of Nick Grillo, Nick talks about using Michigan brand meats to to have your deer made into jerky and sausage and other such cool things. Then Jerry Widener of the Hunter Safety System about staying safe in a tree stand. Corporal Ken Lowell from the DNR. And on our third hour, it's Lance Valentine of Teaching Fishing talking about fall walleye fishing. And we wrap it all up with wild game chef extraordinaire, Dixie Dave Miner. Any luck bear hunting? No. Oh, believe me, when I go in there and bait, I bang the heck out of that bucket. I want them to know I'm there. Absolutely, I want them to know I'm there. Maybe change the flavor of it. Dip in that cherry juice. That's a pretty good idea, Johnny. Maybe I sacrifice a cigar to the bear gods. Yes. So no good. So anyway, I've got today. I have to be back into town tomorrow. Just because I've been gone long enough, and I also have a church council meeting tomorrow night that I need to be at. Can you use fish carcasses for bait? I don't know, Scott. It would sure make this. It would sure smell while you're back there. That's for sure. Wrap the cigars in bacon. You guys you're full of so many helpful tips. So many helpful tips. I do think that now, once I wrap up this behind the mic, I might just sit out here and smoke a cigar. I will be safe out here, Deborah. But there's really, we're hunting way back in the bush. It's a long drive, but I do have it's not like when we hunt up in Ontario where there's nobody around and there's no cell signal. And there are wolves here, but wolves here in Michigan, I don't know. I'm not worried about them. Craig said, I would stay up there and hunt and do a Zoom into the meeting. Where were you, Bill? You must have been someplace south. You got back just ahead of the hurricane. Hey, Jason. Okay, this is interesting. It's been a long season. Jason says his baits have shut down, which is a common theme that I'm hearing. But the interesting part about the baits that I'm hunting right now, and that nobody else has hunted it, and nobody else has hunted this area. So it's not like these bears have been hunted and they know and they're getting wise to it. The only thing I can attribute it to is one of two things. He either knows I'm in there, which I don't think that's the case, or it's the weather. And based on what neighboring hunters are telling me, I do believe it is indeed the weather. And you can't do anything about the weather. All you can do is try to stick it out. So I've got one more night. Jason said the same here, all on private property. Okay, so Jason's in the eastern UP. I'm in the central UP. I've heard people in the western UP say the same thing. Tony says he's going grouse hunting when he leaves the blind this morning. Can't stand it. Flash over 20 woodcock on the road on the way in. You're going to have a hard time hitting him with that 308, Tony. All right, my friends, I don't have to go because I have to do a radio show. But I have to go because I want to get on with my day here. I've got to get some work done, and then I'm going to head out to the blind early afternoon. I'm trying to stay optimistic. And it's not that I'm pessimistic at all. I'm just trying to be realistic. But I mean, I haven't seen a bear in 3 days. So the longer I sit there, you can look at it two ways. Either every time I sit there, my odds of seeing a bear increase, or every day I sit there, I put more Avery stink into the area and my odds decrease. But I'm going to say my odds are increasing. And I'm going to go out there tonight and I'm going to sit there with my Brenton 350 Legend and I'm going to watch that bait like a hawk. And when that bear comes in, he's going to be a boar. He's going to be 307 pounds. Listen to what I'm saying. It's going to be a 307-pound boar. He's going to come in from my right. He's going to cross behind the bait. He's going to circle around. So then he's facing back to the right. He's going to put his right leg forward, open up his vitals. I'm going to lay that Brenton on those shooting sticks. I'm going to put the crosshair right behind his shoulder. I'm going to squeeze the trigger. That's how my night's going to go. Mark my words. Thanks for joining me on this edition of Behind the Mic. I will not be, Michael, am I looking for a big bear only? No. I am looking for a respectable bear. I've never shot a Michigan bear. So I want a respectable bear, but it doesn't have to be a big bear. If it's 200 pounds, if a 200-pounder walks in front of me, I'll shoot him in a heartbeat. Absolutely. I won't even hesitate. I want a Michigan bear. All right, I'll check in tonight after the hunt. Thanks for, Joe says, are you going to hit the bear though? Joe, that goes without saying, right? Thanks for instilling that grain of doubt in my brain, brother. All right, my friends, have a great day. Appreciate you joining me on this edition of Behind the Mic. My name is Mike Avery. My website is MikeAveryOutdoors.com. My email address is mike@MikeAveryOutdoors.com. Have a good day, and thanks for joining me on this edition of Behind the Mic. No Wednesday Night Live.